going live. Well, seems to be working.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But
Says
no,
live
he
in the
didn't.
corner.
Oh yeah, it does. But your computer went dead. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, my computer went dead. So, like, right after that happened, I'm like, well, I'm not going to drive home because if I drive home, then you guys won't be able to hear me anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove around like the car wash trying to see if there was any plugins anywhere that I could use. And I'm like, there's got to be an electrical outlet here somewhere, I'm sure. And I drive over to the very far end of the lot, and there's actually 2 plugins just chilling out on this post. So I'm like, all right, let's see if
No,
it
you
works.
didn't.
Yeah, so I plugged into that, and I'm like sitting on the passenger side of my car with the window down, and my cord stretched as far as I can. I'm like leaned and pressed up against the door.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
but nobody could see me, so I was like, okay, well that works.
Oh my.
So I
That's
went out today and bought a
awesome.
power inverter because I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Oh my goodness.
Good thing I'm in West Virginia because otherwise, like everybody would been like, what the heck?
Hey, I forgot you were in West Virginia. Were you affected by all those floods?
It tore my yard up a little bit, but everybody below me kind of got wiped out.
Wow.
Yeah. It started like kind of where my house is. We live on one side of the mountain basically, and
Uh-huh.
then it goes down. Like I have a really wide creek in front of my house, so that kind of filled up and it went through our yard. But we were at the start of it because the mountain kind of starts there and goes down.
Oh.
So there was a bunch of people below us that got wiped out though.
So you weren't far from it then.
No, like it literally went through my yard.
That's crazy. I
Hmm.
was seeing pictures on Facebook and stuff, obviously, and it was like, I mean, whole buildings were underwater.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much everybody, like there's a ton of people that lived around the area that had never been affected by a flood in their entire life and grew up here and like they got wiped out completely.
That's awful. I'm sure they're still recovering, right?
Yeah, it seems like they've got most of it taken care of, but a lot of people just moved out. Their houses were torn down. They
Yeah.
actually had people come in, like I guess FEMA and stuff had them tear them down. So it's
Wow.
pretty crazy.
Hey, Matt.
Howdy.
So Matt,
How's it going, guys?
Pretty
pretty good, buddy.
good. Well, my first thing on my list was for Matt 4X, but I guess we could start and then when he hops in, because I know he wanted to watch Mark, so I
Yeah.
was gonna try to get um the few questions that we had for him over with, so he could hop off and hop over there. But I don't know. I don't know if Mark told him or what. I don't know. Um, but doesn't look like anyone's in here, so we can just kind of. I was gonna wing it, but Mark has a nice handy list for me.
Yeah, that makes things go smoother.
What's that?
I said that usually makes things, more efficient and smooth.
Yeah. Um. Oh, I wish I had a pen. Darn it. Hey, Emma, will you go get me a pen or a pencil? I put it away. Sorry. He has it written out like circle yes or no. So in case I forget, I'm going to make sure I circle the answers. Thank you. Okay. First thing on the list. Update on the affiliate being open to the public. Has that been done yet? And if
No,
not, okay.
no. I'll work on that tonight. I didn't have any time to work on anything yet.
Okay.
After we got off the meeting last night, it was 11, and I went to bed at about 11:30, and I got up at 5, and I just got
Okay.
home about 20 minutes ago.
Okay. So, well, all right. Well, that's fine. He just wants me to put like when we expect some of
Yeah.
these things to be done.
Yeah.
So that's
Um,
fine.
Yeah, I'll open it up for them. Right now, like tonight, I'll do the work on it. Like I said last night, there's a little bit of unknown as far as
Oh yeah.
how exactly they can have access to the affiliate center because they're not a member, and
Right.
there's a little bit of, it's not like I just flip a button.
Right.
So there's a little bit of work to do. So I'll work on it tonight, but by the first of the week, or sometime Saturday, I should have it, completely ready to go.
Okay.
Wouldn't you probably just have to set up like a free membership option basically and have them in a separate member area?
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah, but I just haven't had time to look at it yet, Michael. But you're probably right. But the only thing with that is, I have to see how we do that with Entreport. Because right now our free membership, they still have to purchase something to get a membership. So I just need to look at how we run transactions through Entreport.
Yeah.
I'm writing.
Makes sense.
Should be fine. I mean, I think we could fire off a sequence, and that's a whole nother thing right there, is the sequences and stuff like that. A whole nother piece of it just to make sure it's working right. Because, the last thing that we want is to do that and then not have it work correctly. So I just need to test it out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in there.
Yeah.
Talking about the sequences with that, I know it's down here in my notes. And this is kind of for both you and Michael. You know how we have Entreport, and then we started with the funnel in Entreport, which has all those complicated sequences and rules. Since ClickFunnels is, wait, how do I want to ask this? The lead magnet. Okay, the lead magnet is the funnel, right?
It's part of the funnel, yeah.
Okay, well, we started it in Entreport. Do we need Entreport sequences for the funnel anymore, or are we just using ClickFunnels now for that part?
No, we still need them.
Damn it.
Entreport takes care of all the delivery part of it, basically.
I hate Entreport.
The only reason
you gotta fix it.
the only way we wouldn't need it is if we switched completely to ClickFunnels with that.
Because I'm watching.
And then it has its own version of Entreport basically built in.
They have membership and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually have a membership available right now.
They have affiliate.
Yep.
It has affiliate system. It's got Actionetics, which is all the automation and all that
Which
stuff.
is the sequences and rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is the email part.
Yeah.
We would have to pay for like MailChimp or something. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, but it'd be like $10 a month, I think, starting out, and then like at the most probably, $30-40 later down the road.
Which at that point it'll pay for itself.
Yeah, I think for 10, it's like 40,000 emails a month that can go out.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to forward I got a video. Did you see the chat that I started with ClickFunnels?
Yeah.
Did you read it?
Yeah, the one that he sent you the support links.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of watching that video, and it just seems so simple.
It is.
I
mean, that's what I was telling Mark. If we were going to switch, we need to do it sooner rather than later.
I know.
Because the more we do, like the more difficult it's going to be to switch later.
Yeah. Did he?
So.
I didn't quite understand the answer he gave me with as far as switching people from Ontraport. What did he mean by that? Let me see
He
if
said
it's
that basically you would have to set up a free membership, like a free trial, and they would sign up on that form, so it wouldn't charge them anything for that month or however long they had, and it would give them access, and then it would just go into the next $97 phase or whatever you have them charged.
So they would just have to re-sign up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Gotcha. And we're trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
Damn. While I have you on here, oh, did you find anything out? Oh, he said, have Michael change the second part of the ClickFunnels lead magnet to the 14-day free trial.
Okay.
I have a question about that too.
Okay, go ahead.
So are we using the smart forms from Ontraport for ClickFunnels, or are you using different forms in ClickFunnels?
No, smart form, but I have to use the HTML code for it.
Okay. You're just embedding the smart form though, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
It's using ClickFunnels like graphics, I guess, in the form the way it looks.
Yeah.
But just taking the embed code and
No,
putting
that's
it in.
fine. That's the same way we're putting the forms on the WordPress site too. So that's
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know, because those forms need changed too, and I'm not. Jess, can you write down to ask Mark if he is going to stick completely with 14-day trials, or if he's going to continue offering free months to people? You know, on a limited time, you know, how he does in the webinars and stuff like that. Just because we have a month form and then we will now have a 2-week form. So I don't know.
I see.
You know, I just want to make sure before we delete stuff that he's not still planning on being like, hey, I'm going to offer up a free month. That kind of thing.
No, it's going to be a 14-day free trial.
Okay.
That I think we decided, you know, we were pretty set on that last night. It'll be the
Yeah.
14-day free trial. Now he will, like, during this webinar, he is going to offer, like, right now, here's a special $47 link that you set up.
Yeah.
So he'll still be using that one.
Okay.
Okay, so 14-day free trial, limited access, is it set up? So that's a no as well.
It already is. I just have to change. The limited access has already always been set up.
Okay.
So that's just, I'll do that right now while we're on this, so you can just make it yes. Because all that
Okay.
is me changing the form.
Okay. Okay, so then that leads into, did we get rid of the other membership options, which would just, you asked that just now, right?
Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure what we were doing. I know you had said you were working on cleaning it up, so I wasn't sure what we could get rid of and what we can't. Just because,
Right,
you know, I think
because we changed our mind.
once we figure that out, yeah. Plus, you know, like some of them I didn't personally set up, so I don't know what they, you know, I'd say we'll get rid of any of them that we're absolutely not going to use.
Like the $1,
Yeah.
the free month, which is actually going to be, well, no, it'll be because the $1 was the limited access, correct?
Yeah, I mean,
I think so.
it doesn't really have anything to do with the dollar so much as the student level that they get from that. We have a student like trial, and then we have a student. So the $1, that just purchased them the student trial. So the $0 form will give them the student trial.
Okay. So I'll just put, I won't put yes
Yeah.
or no. I'll just say he's cleaning it up, had a few questions about it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I was confused. Yesterday you had said you were going to clean it up, so I wasn't planning on doing that because I wasn't sure. But I can do that if we need to. That's completely fine.
I would say you just because I don't know which ones are technically which.
That's what I was just saying. I don't really either, but I can look at it and I see like we have a couple of them in here. Like there's a 3-month checkout. I set up. I won't get rid of any of like the Kaizen, MLM, or any of that other stuff. There's other
The ones
forms
that you
here.
don't know.
Yeah. So we're for sure not using the $1 one anymore.
Correct.
Okay. But we are still using the ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
So what all needs changed since we're going to get rid of that? Have you already put in the $0 form into the funnel yet? Or is the $1 form still hooked up to the funnel?
Oh, while you stepped away, that was one of the things. Said have Michael change the second part of the ClickFunnels lead magnet to the 14-day free trial.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So yeah. No, that's okay.
I think I set a sequence up for the $47 trial too, or the free trial. I'm sorry, with a smart form.
But the free trial was full access, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's
At that point, yeah, I think.
that's not the form though. That's just what membership we give them from the form. So
yeah,
we just changed that.
Okay. Can they upgrade when they want to 97 when they are in the free trial?
We can, but that's kind of messy. I don't really know the best answer for that.
Okay.
I mean, we can take a payment from them, but the reason why that's messy is because when they sign up for the free month or the free 14 days, all that we've already taken their payment information and the subscription is already created. So the only thing that I could think of to not make that a mess is to, once we know if that's going to work with you changing the date, we may need to see if we can set up a sequence that changes that. Because other than either that, or we could see, I mean, if the other thing would be to like cancel their current membership and wipe it out. And when they pay the 97s, just start them on the new full regular membership.
Right.
I mean, I honestly, like I don't. I think maybe we should wait and see how much of a demand there is for that. But then again, I don't know if maybe we can give them the option and then see how it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See what the best way to execute it is, because I can think of maybe 4 different ways we might be able to do it, but I honestly don't know if how it would work the best way. But I mean, we could do that. Whether it's,
I would think launch report, it should have the ability to do it.
It should.
To like automate, because that's what it is. It's an automation system. So if it's directly integrated with Authorize.net, it should be able to control that too, I would think.
Well, we're not using Authorize.net as a payment form on the smart forms right now.
We are through ClickFunnels.
Yeah, but that's ClickFunnels, correct?
Yeah, that's how they had to integrate with ClickFunnels. But everything we do going forward is going to be going through ClickFunnels, is the way Mark's trying to get it set up.
Yeah, okay. That's where I'm kind of confused, because you're using Ontraport smart forms, but you're using a
Mhm.
PayPal gateway.
No, we're using authorized.net gateway.
On that's so that it links to Ontraport, Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm a little bit confused with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
those
mean,
integrations are a little
yeah,
bit of a
you're
pain.
right. There's a way to do it, but I'm trying to answer the question. I'm not sure how we would do it exactly, because we have had a big problem getting the sequences and everything firing correctly, and none of us
Yeah.
really know exactly what to do correctly. So I think that if we could get a sequence set up where it removed them from one membership product and did another one, but I guess it depends on whether so
Well, okay. Okay, you know how we have the sequence set up in Ontraport now with the lead magnet, how they download the lead magnet and right then it takes them to the dollar offer.
yeah.
They say yes to that dollar offer and then they're automatically, oh, go ahead and upgrade to the 47 right then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I want
We haven't had anybody actually do that though, have we?
no.
That's what I mean.
So we don't know if it's like
No,
fire.
other than the tests that you ran, we're not sure if it
Right.
does everything it's supposed to.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Mark's
Michael's
running
right.
traffic to it right now.
Michael's right that there should be a way to do it in Ontraport. I just don't have the absolute answer of what the best way to do that is because Jess, just from me and you going with all these different sequences that we think we have it and it looks right, it looks like it makes sense, and then
Yeah.
it's
And
not.
there's something missing always.
Yeah.
So
It's
when we do that, I think probably the best way going forward when we do that stuff is when it's set up, when it's something that we haven't done before. If we need to make sure that everything gets tested,
mhm.
like absolutely tested, and then we need to reach out to them to have them help us, and then I think that we need to create a user guide, like even if it's just screenshots, and then we just have step 1, step 2, step 3, and then we can have that available to us or whoever is doing all of it. You know what I mean? Like a reference guide for it. I know that they've got all these videos and stuff in there, but a lot of times that stuff, it'll be like you'll talk to support and they'll be like, "Oh, well, here, watch this video on how to set up a rule," and they just we know how to do that.
We know how to set up a rule. How do we
Yeah.
set up a rule for this specific thing we need it to do?
Yeah, sometimes you get super generic like support, but
Yeah.
I just think
So
once we get them firing off, okay. I mean, as long to make a long story short, as long as like the ClickFunnels one works properly, we can model it straight after that. But yeah, we would just need to create a $97 one-time product charge, or the other option we could do is we could just delete their subscription and then have them fill out the $97 like the regular form. That would be the cleanest way that I would think. When they would do the upgrade, so say they purchase, if they're a student trial and then they purchase the full student membership, then it just kicks off a sequence that just adds them to student and then removes their membership from the trial. And that's all based off that form fill out. So I think keeping it simple is the best thing.
Okay. I think Hannah's in here.
I was clicking. It says one attendee, but I don't see who it is. Oh yeah, there it is. That's Hannah.
I know that's completely random, but I was just trying to see. Let me write this stuff down so I don't forget. Oh, landing page, Michael. To become a mentor. Mark said he talked to you about that, how they have a questionnaire.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to do
I'm
that.
gonna be building it out tonight, right after we get off the meeting.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay. Sorry.
Nope, you're fine.
You guys can hear me. I'm just like,
Landing page for courses. The thing Mark was talking about last night. So it's cleaner.
Yeah.
Kind of drew. I don't know what you can see. Let me peek. Oh, it's backwards.
It's okay. Hold it back.
Is it backwards to you?
I don't think so. Looks fun to me.
It's backwards to me.
Can't see it now. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, because I have to talk.
It's not
If you
backwards.
click on the middle button there, or wherever she's at, like where it says mud,
Yeah.
it'll make her screen stay.
Yeah.
So what he's trying. Okay. I need to keep making noise so it stays on me so I can see it. So here's this landing page right here. And it will have a button for Forex, Facebook ads.
Yeah.
I don't know what etc. So whatever, Shopify, web, stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Then when they click Forex, it'll take you to Matt and Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, it'll take you to their classes.
Yeah.
But he wants the classes to be... He likes how they're listed.
Mm-hmm.
But because they're all different lengths, it looks messy. So can they be buttons so that they're all the same size?
Yeah, but then we still have to put the descriptions in there. It's not useful for everyone to just have, like one, class 1, class 2, class 3. So I would probably just tighten them down. That's probably what I would do.
Just make
But I can make them buttons. Yeah, it's not a problem. But,
okay.
But then, I guess I'll create some graphics and show them to him, and I know he'll probably be like, "Oh, I don't need to worry about what it looks like. Just make it look good." But the purpose of a button would be overkill there. If we make everything a button, because normally you make something a button if it's like, here's the one action we want you to take on this page.
Mm-hmm.
So if we just put button, that would be like putting everything, like your whole book in bold. If you make everything bold, then nothing stands out. But I will do something that looks really good.
Okay. That's all he just wants it to look clean, so it's but we like how it's listed.
Yeah, I knew when I finished the list, it looked way two columns was too much space, and then with 3, they started running over. So I think some of the descriptions, I just need to take out the sub descriptions and just make it 2 to 3 words maximum.
Right.
Like Facebook ad review, or instead of saying like $1.32 spend, or
right.
Yeah, I can just I'll condense it down.
Okay.
But yeah, the drawing that you showed me, that makes complete sense. That's what I have.
Okay.
What we talked about. That's not done yet either, but it will be.
Right. Well, he didn't figure it would be.
Yeah.
Because you didn't exactly know what he was looking for, but I told him, I was like, just draw it out, because I had no clue what he was talking about.
Yeah, that's normal. Yeah, it's just like the site map. I can, I'm working on it.
Okay.
I wish I had full time to do it, because
I know.
it really sucks. So, a lot of times I have a lot of time to do it, but the last week, we're hitting a deadline at work, so I've been working a shitload. And
Yeah.
it's just it's not always like that, but it just is right now. So very, very little.
Of course, when like it was like there for a while, we didn't really need anything done, and now it's like we want to make all these changes,
Yeah.
and it's all at once. It never happens just one here and there, it seems. Well, Matt 4X isn't in here. My next question was for him. Wanted to ask him like how he was doing as far as getting more people, but we know we have Chris. But I want to find out what the progress with him and getting him set up was.
He's all set up as far as like
Access.
having access, but you know, I don't know where they're at, like filming or anything like that, or
Right.
but as far as all that goes.
Well, I think what Mark's going to do, because one of the problems we had with adding all these mentors is who's going to upload all these videos and not and he doesn't want to give people all this access to all of his back end stuff. So
that would be a mess.
right. So I think what he's going to do is, you know, like for example, Matt 4X, he's going to have, you know, so many 4X guys under him that he's recruiting. We'll have him do it for them. And then when when he recruits his guys, he'll do it for them. That way Mark's not bombarded. Because he even contacted, I don't know if you guys ever heard him talk about Mad Ram, who does all these YouTube videos. He asked him, like, how he does it all. Oh, I think mine's asleep.
Yeah, mine usually are, but
No, she doesn't have school tomorrow, so she likes to sleep down on the couch with us.
yeah, I've not heard of that guy, but I listened to Mark's live video tonight that he was talking about. So.
Yeah, and all he does is YouTube videos, and they're long and in high def. So he asked him today. He's like, "How do you do it? You know, what am I doing wrong?" But Mark's not doing anything wrong. It just takes that long.
Yeah.
Like he said today, it took him 3 hours. The Mad Ram, Cole was his name. Took him 3 hours to upload one video. So we
I was gonna say the only thing that you can do is get a bigger internet package that has a faster upload connection. You know, it's a lot of bytes of data. So I mean, it just you can most internet is pretty fast, like downloading stuff, but where you know the business internet will have a lot. You know, different internet packages like that cost more have much faster upload rates, but it's still probably going to take a long time.
Yeah.
I was shocked because I'd never actually uploaded a video to YouTube, and the first one I did, I was just like, oh my god, that took forever.
And then you can't do anything either.
Yeah, because you have to leave that page open. You can move along, but you know, if you're doing other stuff online, it eats up. You know, the space.
Yeah, that's where all my data is going on my cell phone because I'm like, screw this. I'll turn off my Wi-Fi and then I'm getting text messages, warnings.
So, yeah, you'd probably be, if you're going to use your cell phone data, and either probably want to bump that up or just bump up your internet, you know, so you don't get overage charges.
Yeah. Tracking for affiliates when driving traffic to the ClickFunnels. I know you've been, I think that was Michael's thing with finding out from them.
He went through all the stuff and said that it looked good. And then he asked another question, and I just answered him right before we got on here. So I'm waiting to hear back from them once they get it all figured out.
Okay. Is the affiliate section updated? I think Michael, I think you did this the other day. Like, got rid of stuff we weren't using.
Organized a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's done. I think I missed a couple questions up here because I wanted to keep with the flow of things, so I jumped around a lot. Does anyone have any ideas on how to grow Minterrupted? How do we grow this damn thing?
Throw $500,000 at advertising.
I know, right?
TV commercials.
That's the answer, but I don't know. I honestly like listening to, I know that Mark was talking about adding mentors, but listening to his live video today that he did, I had it plugged in to my car, and I guess I had just been thinking about it as, like, we're going to teach this stuff, but when he was talking about it, it can become a much bigger thing, like the everything, literally everything on it. So I think that, finding people is key to that, finding people to bring in. I think that's going to be the biggest monster growth.
I think so too.
Actually, I know a couple people who might be good candidates for fitness, but I know that Mark's already talking to a couple people, so
it doesn't. I mean,
yeah, I was just going to mention to him that I've got two guys who are like, they're studs. I mean, they are legit trainers. They have one guy. He trains pro bodybuilders and who compete, at national competitions, and he has a pretty decent following of people knowing him that way. And he sells apparel too. All of them sell apparel now. And the other guy sells supplements and fat burners and stuff like that. And he's got like a whole big client list, stuff like that. So they both sell stuff and they're fitness people. So
and they already have a following.
Yeah, so I think they're prime candidates. I haven't really talked to them about it, but I'm going to. I'm going to reach out to both of them because, even if they bring in a few hundred people a piece, I mean, that's still a huge start. Yeah.
Well, like Mark was saying, like the one fitness guy that we know, okay.
Is it Chad?
Yes, his name is Chad.
I figured it was Chad.
He's talked to
work out with him from time to time.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I have no clue who he is. I know Mark has talked to him. But
actually, he spotted me when I benched 405 a couple months ago.
I can barely pick up my 20-pound dog.
Yeah, he has a pretty decent following with his apparel and stuff. He'd be a good guy to bring in.
He does, but he's not selling apparel.
Yeah.
And Mark's like, dude, like, what are you dragging your feet for? I can help you. Because he got a response like, I'll let you know tomorrow. Like, no, time is, Mark's like, money doesn't sleep. Like, we've got to get this going. Like, it's,
my one friend, he trains quite a few bodybuilders, and he's got, he trains a lot of high school kids and then a lot of college athletes, and he works out with like pro athletes every now and then, and he is absolutely shredded. He is shredded. It's insane. So I think that, if he starts, like, I don't think he does a whole lot of stuff with Instagram or anything either, but if he did more with that, I think he could turn it into, exponential stuff.
Yeah.
And he sells a lot of his apparel just to the people at his gym, and he does online sales, but I think the majority of it is to people in his gym. So I think that, he should get ramped up on Shopify and learn how to advertise, because he's a lot of people, not even singling him out, but a lot of people who own like little small businesses and stuff, like you know, they want to use Facebook, and you know, you see them you see people using it like completely the opposite way that they should be.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, don't do that. But you know, you can't step in and tell people what to do and what not to do, and you can, but sometimes they gotta want to learn how to do it. So I think that
Right.
the more people we bring in like that, the better, because it'll make them better, and then it'll make, I don't know. One thing that I kind of was toying around with, and I wanted to bring up with him, and I texted him right before this, asking him if he pre-recorded his webinar or if he was going to be here tonight or what. But we have 2 levels available for commissions. We have like, you know, first level, like what we're doing now, but there's another level.
Right.
So I was wondering, you know, if we might explore
Opening that up.
yeah, to a multiple level thing. And like, so, you know, if I bring Michael in, then I get paid a little bit off of his people too.
Right.
Yeah, the 2-tier thing.
Yeah, 2 tiers. That would
Mhm.
probably be pretty attractive to the guys that are moving a lot of people, you know,
Mhm.
and attractive to people like us if we bring somebody on.
Right.
Who has a big
Exactly.
following, then, you know, and it wouldn't even have to be a huge thing, but you know, if you get little bits add up to a lot.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, even if it was like a little like 10% or flat like $5 or something small.
Yeah, Mark and I had talked about that on our walk. Like, how are we gonna, you know, because once we start getting, you know, Matt and you and the other Matt, you're working on getting, you know, like you, Matt, Webb, these 2 fitness guys. All right, well, how's that going to benefit you at all?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you guys should benefit from it as well. And that's something we discussed. We discussed also either opening up that tier system, or, you know, we know what we pay them in their affiliates a month. Okay, well, we'll just take a percentage of that each month and pay you from that instead of having it all within the
Yeah, have it all
system.
go through the affiliate system. Yeah, I would be completely fine with that. You know,
Yeah.
whether we set up the multiple level or we do it through there.
Right.
You know, if we come up with something we agree on, that's great. But I just think that could benefit if we did do the multiple tier system. Not only can that benefit us, but if our people brought, you know, if one of our mentors that you know, say we get a new fitness guy that starts next week, and he brings in like one of his girls that he trains, and she's one of the Instagram girls that have a huge following, you know, and he wants, you know, then he could get a nice residual off of that too.
Right. Because
I just think it would be another selling point. I think we should probably discuss it a lot, because sometimes a lot of people really like MLM, but a lot of people might not, you know. So
yeah,
I don't want to.
you can't make everyone happy. It
No,
sucks.
we just got to decide what the best thing to do is. That's probably, you know, my main idea. I made a new graphic last night for my WordPress stuff, just to say, hey, we're going to start having these classes, and I noticed Michael liked it, like right when I shared it. So I told him that
That's
I'm
pretty.
going to make some similar graphics for you guys to use too. So that,
Okay.
yeah.
For the affiliates or for everyone?
No, I mean, we could offer it for affiliates, you know. It doesn't hurt anything, but, you know, like mine was just a dude looking up, and there was a WordPress logo, and the background was money, and it had our logo. You know, it was
Okay.
just to catch an eye, but we could let people use that image. Like that wouldn't bother me. I think we should make everything that we use available to them, but
Yeah.
like I should probably make some of these for you guys too, so you guys have some things, and you know, the videos work really well, but it's nice to have some graphics too when you just want to do a quick post.
Yeah. Plus the affiliates, if you let them use those pictures, you might have people that are just interested in more of the website of it, or the funnel side, or just the Shopify.
Yeah.
So they can pick what they wanted.
And I think like how you're doing like the one pick one, $47.
Mhm.
I think that might help grow too. Like especially as we have more mentors in different areas, having a smaller price for one individual like series of class.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it might not be the main thing, but like say we pick up 30% more memberships that way. I mean, it's still going to be more revenue. So
Right.
that's still growing it, even though it's not like full access. Honestly, that I think that as we do more of those, we should just open it up to do pick one. We could even do a pick two, a pick one, a pick two, a pick three. But I think pick one is probably more than enough. I don't think that we want to do
It
too much
almost
of that because what price do you make it? If they're willing to pay $65 or $70 instead of 47, they might as well just pay the full price for the full thing and everything.
right.
Mhm.
It almost could be set up like how you and Mark had started. This for 3 months. This discount if you pay up front for 3 months, 6 months, whatever, and so on. You could almost have it set up like that. Like, okay, here's fitness, here's web, here's Facebook ads, funnels, Forex. They're each $47. All together is $300, but you can have it all for just $97.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I think that can be another way to value sell, and then more ways to demonstrate the value. Like these classes. If we're going to sell, so right now we have 5 classes at $47 a month. It's like almost $200 or over 200. Sorry.
Yeah.
Value. If we're valuing them at $47 for individual subscriptions, but at the same time, like we want to stress that the value of it's priceless too. So
Right.
Mhm.
Well, especially once we start rolling in more.
Let's consult with our CMO and see
Yeah.
things.
No, I think he's
Maybe
up
we should get an agency. Let's pay an agency a few $100,000 to tell us what to say to them. That happens so much. You would not believe how much money is spent on agencies. 2 years ago, I know for a fact that hundreds of thousands of dollars were spent for a rebranding, and the font on the logo was the same font that it was before. They literally changed the kerning, which is the spacing in between the letters,
No.
and gave us a color palette. Gave the company that I'm talking about a color palette, and a few graphics, and that was it. It was pretty
For how
intense.
much?
It was hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's stupid.
And then the guy who was from the agency got hired on as an executive for a brief amount of time, getting untold amounts of money for that. Who knows? But
Stupid, but the guy's a genius.
yeah. The same year that you guys started Mud Thumping, Colorado. You know how like states have like logos now, like Michigan has like that Pure Michigan thing. Colorado paid $5 million for one of the most trashy logos I've ever seen in my life. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So I just think we just need to figure out the way we want to present the value to everybody. Whether we want to make it a dollar amount or whether we want to stress on the price listing. I kind of like saying, if all these classes together, would cost this much a month, but you can get them all, you can bundle them all. The other thing that I thought about this on the way home today, and it was almost like a eureka moment, but now I'm drawing a blank.
Mark does that all the time. I'm like, you need to have like a recorder with you because he doesn't like to
No.
write or
Yeah.
type because he is a horrible speller. Like, we'll just take one of the, like, I used to work for an attorney. What's that called? Where dictation.
Yeah.
And he would just talk into this little thing, and that was it. Hit record. He just had it in his pocket all the time.
Those things are
Like, I
super
think it's
cheap
on
now
your,
too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
phones
it's
have
even
them
on
on
your
them too.
phone. Yeah, you just have to dig for them.
One thing that I wanted to revisit is I think that having internal contests as a motivator for the current students is a good way to grow it as well. That's something we talked about at the beginning. You know, Mark and I were like talking about like giving away like a little vacation or something, or like
Like the
We were
top
literally just talking about that
sellers.
last night too.
yeah, like you can go. I get this an email. I get regular email updates from this this website that I absolutely love. It's like my vacation porn, but it's called Travel Zoo, and they send out a top 20 of each week of like the best deals they find on vacations, and it'll be like a 3-night all-inclusive trip to the Yucatan in Mexico, and it's like $399 a person, like $800, and it's a round trip, like three-night vacation with drinks and your flight to Mexico. And like if we had a lot of members, or even a medium amount of members, and we were like, if you guys can, we're having a contest. This is the prize for the winner, and you guys got to hit this certain level of signups. I think some of that stuff would work because not only are they going to be making a pile of money by bringing on new people, they're going to get that. And I think some sort of incentives, that we obviously it could scale up as the size of the company and the revenue.
Right.
It could start out. It could be things like a prepaid gift card or something like that.
Yeah.
Something that, I mean, I know there's been times in my life, or maybe like set up like a spiff or something. You're like, hey, this 30-day period right now, if you guys can bring on, a person, if you bring on a new mentor with the following, or you bring on signups, you get this spiff, which would be like a little bit of extra something over the normal. That sometimes things like that work.
One that's really cool that Russell Brunson actually does, the guy that built ClickFunnels.
What's that?
He spins it as he's giving away free cars.
Mm-hmm.
But what he's really doing is he's just bonusing these people either $500 or $1,000.
Yeah.
Once they get 100 members under them that are paying, they qualify for a $500 check per month.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Visalis?
Yeah.
Okay, they did the same thing with their sales reps. Once you hit a
The
certain
BMWs
level,
or whatever.
free BMW, and they gave you $600 a month, or they would get you a lease for a BMW. So, those are cool things that you can do. That, I mean, yeah.
And people will freak out about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because he's really not buying them a car; he's just giving them the money to go get whatever they want.
Yeah.
And if they stop qualifying,
they've hit high enough of a level where you want to give them that because that means they're generating.
Well, and see, he only pays them $100 or $40 per referral too.
Yeah.
No matter what level they're on.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Michael, that reminds me. I don't think our Hold on, I'm looking at my tabs. Oh, darn it. I'm not logged into ClickFunnels. Hold on, let me get logged into ClickFunnels real quick. We're coming up on an hour, guys. So
yeah.
I'll just message you, Michael, about it, but I don't think our affiliate for ClickFunnels was on, but it's worded weird. Like, did it mean it was on or did it mean it was off? Like,
It should be on because Mark actually asked me here a while back if we could remove it off of there,
uh-huh.
and I don't think he knew that that was like the affiliate link. So when I told him that it was, then he decided to keep it. But it's actually on all of our landing pages.
Okay,
So if
because I
anybody
turned,
clicks it, it'll take them through, and then if they buy, then we get credit for it.
well, whatever I had clicked, it was off, and I thought it should have been on, so I went ahead and turned it on, but I wanted to double check with you that that's what I was supposed to do. So,
Okay.
we'll go ahead and end this meeting, and then I'll hop on Facebook and take a screenshot and show you what I'm talking about.
Okay. I actually have ClickFunnels up too, so I was gonna.
Is there anything else we want to run into? This is our last meeting until Monday, but should we just aim for, some of the stuff to be done this weekend?
Yeah.
Is there anything that I can do? Because most of the stuff on here, I don't know what to do. Like with the smart forms kind of is over my head.
With that, we're mostly waiting on ClickFunnels, and we also have to talk to the Webinar Jam people too, because Dan was sending traffic, and he said that it's not showing his opt-ins either.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that once we figure it out with ClickFunnels, it's probably the same problem with Webinar Jam, I would say.
Okay.
So,
all right, well, I guess that concludes our meeting. Matt, if you need me to do anything, shoot me a message or email or whatever.
Okay.
I'll probably touch base with you Saturday just to see what all is completed so we can mark it off and maybe talk about it Monday.
Yeah. Could we do Sunday instead?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because the only reason why I asked is because I'm not gonna get a lot done tomorrow. Because I'll leave early in the morning for work, and then Angie is meeting me in Columbus, and I got really cheap tickets to go see Joe Rogan in Columbus tomorrow night. And, he's doing stand-up comedy at a theater, so we won't get home really late. So I'll be probably working on most of the Saturday morning.
Okay. So then I will set my reminder to touch base with you on Sunday, and then we'll see you all back here on Monday.
Sounds good.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
I'll see you guys.
all right, you too.
Bye.